Yeah, you telling that story about watching that porn reminded me of when my mom took my brother's porn from him. She found.
Did you get it from her?
VHS. And
or wait, how old were you at the time? Because you're younger than me a little bit.
Yeah. I probably had to be like 12, 13, maybe somewhere around.
So it was probably
there.
about the same time, 2003.
Yeah, probably. And my mom confiscated my brother's porn. Didn't throw it out though. I don't know why she.
Your mom was
kept
like,
it.
score. She's like, I could never go into those stores.
I've never really speculated on why she kept it, but she didn't toss it. We'll just say that. And I knew where she hid it.
Wait, so she kept it? So there was one piece of porn circulating between your brother, your mother, and yourself? What a fucking inception of porn in this house. You guys all busted to the same porn. That's...
Yo! Holy
that's
shit,
fucked.
That's fucked.
Wait, was it a good one or no?
I mean, it was good because that's it. There's no such thing as good or bad porn. When you find porn at a time like that, it's the most glorious thing you could set your eyes upon.
For sure. I mean, think about it. Before that, I can remember, like, as a kid, like, older people had, like, stacks of Playboys on their toilet. You know what I'm saying? Why were they there? Oh, they needed something to read while they're shitting. No, they're spanking it on the toilet. And they fucking flushed the sperm down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought about that as a kid. I was just like, why do old people all have these fucking books with naked girls in them? I don't get it. And then until I saw one at like 12, and I was like, and I remember I saw it at a fucking bookstore at a, what are those, Walden Books, I think it was, or something
Borders?
like that. I don't think it was. I don't even know if they had Borders at this time. But anyways, I remember it was like a catalog, like a Playboy catalog, and I just remember the girl had the biggest fucking bush, and I was just like, God, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I need one.
Something inside
I need
of me.
one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Fired some shit up,
dude. And ever since then, it's been a fucking wrap for me. So I blame that bookstore.
Now imagine being like fucking 7 years old with an iPhone and you're just seeing like girls double dildo their assholes
with a fucking midget referee on top of them holding two flaming torches. Like,
you're
what?
Like, your world is all coming down.
No wonder all these fucking kids are transsexuals. This fucking, it's Pornhub's fault. And now it all makes sense. We just fucking cracked the code. I never understood what was going on in this generation. It makes sense now.
Yeah, it's early porn, you know, fucking.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
All right, there it is. There you have it. Episode 31. The kids are back. Daddy's home. Welcome home, Daddy.
I like the sound of that. Yes, I had a child last week, thus I was not here. And it feels a lot different having a child at 36 than it did having a child at 17, 18, whatever.
19.
19 when you came out the womb.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, it's not so terrifying. It's a little bit more like, it feels a little bit more right. I'm ready for another one.
Yeah?
I had one and I'm ready for another. I say I had it like I fucking gave labor.
Well, that's the thing now. We're pregnant.
Yeah,
We're
yes,
having
exactly.
a baby.
So this is equal rights. So I'm taking all the glory for giving birth to that baby.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. It's intense. I'm going to tell you.
How is that? You got to stay behind that, right?
Well, I mean... Yeah, I did. Well, she had an emergency C-section.
Is it as real as like the movies and the
TV
shows?
You're gonna fucking cry like a little bitch as soon as you see that baby. As soon as you hear that baby, it's like it's a feeling you can't like fathom. It's like the most insane shit ever. Like you can't even like
you're crying
put it in
out
words.
of happiness for the baby, not out of nauseousness.
No. You don't. You know, it's not even. It's like a spiritual thing. It's like it's fucking heavy. I'm telling you, when you, because like, I mean, I guess unless you're like a shitty dad and you like don't fucking and you're not there for like the birth or whatever. But
here we go.
There are some of them out there. But for myself, right?
A few of them. We were
like,
just talking about it.
When you spent 9 months with your girl and you're anticipating this child's life and you're going through the whole labor process, and it's a fucking long labor process. It's like 14 hours, you know what I'm saying? And then it fucking finally comes out and you just hear that first like meh, And it's just like, bro, it's and then after that you hold man, it's fucking incredible.
It's a whole thing.
It's fucking incredible.
And you hold the baby shirtless, right? The
yeah,
baby
skin to skin.
touch your skin.
Skin to skin.
Now, if you're hairy, do they recommend that you shave a patch in the middle for this?
I mean, my chest is as bald as my baby's ass.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I would imagine a person like yourself that could probably be.
Because that could hurt the baby. You know when like.
It'd be like laying on a bed of thorns.
Yeah, that could. It's it's a fresh baby.
Yeah,
and you're just gonna put it on this mangled taco meat that you let hang out at the club.
Yeah, it might have fucking tequila still in it from the night before. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, but yeah, that skin to skin is fucking heavy, man.
I bet.
Oh man,
I bet.
It's dope.
I spent the weekend crying too, but not this weekend. The one before.
What were you crying about?
We were at Tom's wedding.
Oh, okay.
It got a little emotional.
Were you crying
now that I'm 31? The last wedding I went to, I don't even know how old I was, but I definitely didn't want to be there. That's for sure.
So you were crying because you were sad that you had to go to this?
No, this one was good. This one, once I was there.
Happy tears? Wait, you really had happy tears?
I had some happy tears. When you're in a room full of people that are also, feeling the same way, they kind of drag it out of you.
Yeah.
It's not something that I want, that
you fought it as long as you could.
I fought it as long as I could, exactly. But,
But how was the wedding? Let's talk about it. I haven't heard too much stories other than I'll be honest. I've been so occupied this last week with the baby. I didn't really get to hear too much stories. So tell us about it. Tell the people. Did we talk about it before? Where you went? Set the scenery for it?
Yeah. The last podcast we had, I was talking about having to go and how much I hated it and how I was thinking about wanting to kill myself so that I didn't have to go.
Right.
So I felt that it's only right that I come back and I let everyone know that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Which is something that I knew in the back of my head, but I'm like, Vermont, I got to go miss work. It was just there's a whole thing, weekend long, and then the plane only had a layover trip, and it's a mess. But once we got there, it was cool. Other than the fact that this motherfucker made us sleep in a pizzeria. He lied to us. We're in this fucking email chain about the wedding. Oh, here's the hotel. Block your room for the hotel. Fucking one of those joints. He called it a hotel. The man referred to it as a hotel.
Like a bed and breakfast kind of thing?
No, like a hotel. Right?
Okay.
And I was expecting some shitty like La Quinta Inn even. But still, a hotel where it's a building that was purposely put in that spot for people to sleep and rest in, and there's a feel to a hotel. You're out of town, you're in a hotel, you can maybe go downstairs and get a free yogurt if you wake up early enough. Like, these are the things you look forward to in a hotel, right? We were not staying at a hotel. We were staying on a farm that is also an open to the public pizza parlor, and my room, like, I couldn't walk out of my room in my boxers, otherwise I was naked in some public pizza parlor,
which probably could be a bad thing.
It's fucking, I was like, what is this? I'm sleeping in the janitor's closet of a pizza place.
Wait, so was that like the only hotel in town, or
I don't know. Well, that was where the wedding was on that farm. So we were sleeping like at the venue.
So is this like a farm or like a hippie compound farm where they like have a cult that
I think it's
Jonestown type thing?
I feel like it was more of the latter. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
like
more
a
of a
pizza,
hippie.
It was a pizza.
Yeah, there was
cult.
even like there was a barn that they turned into.
They saw your tattoo and they're like, he's one of us.
No, they saw my fucking my Larry David, thought it was Bernie Sanders, and they definitely thought I was one of them.
Well, it was a very woke community.
Super woke over there. Super woke
in the middle of Vermont.
Not a fucking person of color in sight for eons, bro. Mountains. I'm talking like stars. Like, I saw the entire universe from this place. Didn't see a single person other than a white person. But they're very woke out there. super woke white people because
like the woke,
they've seen the horrors.
The woke white people that refuse to live around people of color.
Yeah, they've seen the horrors of what comes from racism, and they're super woke, but they choose not to really be part of these things that they hear about.
I mean, I feel like that's a lot of them.
It's wild up there.
Yeah,
we were all a little confused. We were all like,
"Wait, what? So what made you think they were so woke? Was it like, I mean, because I look at this can, right? This can of kombucha that I'm drinking right now, and on here I'm feeling like I'm getting very Ben and Jerry vibes. You got the colorful trees in the back. You got the fucking Volkswagen bus with the surfboard.
I believe Ben and Jerry's is from Vermont, right? Or no?
I mean, I could see it. There's a hippie sign in the background. It doesn't say anything about fucking being woke, but I can guess that this is a pretty woke company. Is that kind of why you got that vibe, or were they like preaching to you about like Islamic?
No, all of the stores, restaurants, like any place that I went had some sort of woke sign, whether it was a BLM sign or like Ben and Jerry's, the ice cream spot, had a sign on the window that said "End white supremacy," and you're like,
you guys are all
like, where am I? Like when you see the George Floyd mural and BLM like in the hood and everything, you're like, hell yeah, brother, like get
Stand
it.
Stand up for
what I mean? Like,
there's a reason.
Something going on here. Great. When you're at Ben and Jerry's in the middle of Vermont and it just says "End white supremacy," it's definitely a little bit like.
Hold on, wait a minute.
It's like,
isn't Ben and Jerry's owned by white people?
It's owned by white people.
So they are the supreme of that company.
You could just so tell that it's everybody like hiding behind the sign. You know what I mean? It's like, we got this sign up. Like, we're fucking sick. We're woke, bro. What's up? Like they're just like trying to.
They're not really doing it. They're doing it just for the clout kind of thing.
I mean, I think so.
I would think so too, because like otherwise it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not talking shit about BLM in a sense that I don't think that I think that what they're doing is right. But what I'm saying is it's kind of being bastardized.
It's being bastardized.
Is that what I would say?
Else.
It's like, okay, well, like put your money where your mouth is. Okay, so if you want to end white supremacy, why not like you have all this land in Vermont? Maybe you could build like a community for these inner city black people to like thrive in.
What's the closest inner city black community to Vermont? I wouldn't even know.
It'd be a long bus ride for them. That's for sure.
They would have to put them on a plane.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like if they want to claim that, then like don't just fucking put up a sign in front of your business. Fucking do something.
It's like I was telling my mom this on the phone because she always calls me and tells me about the fucking news, and I'm like, stop telling me about this fucking.
You're like,
cancer.
I threw away my TV for a reason.
Yeah, and she's telling me about these people, the Haitian people that are under the bridge, and I'm like, why are you concerned with this? Like, you are not gonna leave your fucking home to do a single thing about it. Why are you even letting it take up space in your head?
Exactly.
Because you know that you're not going to do anything. You're just going to, it's just like shitty
Putting a fucking ring around your profile picture on Facebook does not make you a fucking revolutionary, all right? Like, letting us know that you got a vaccine does not fucking change anything, all right?
Nah.
Do something. That's what I want the new woke generation this one's fucking ruined. You can just throw them in a fucking dumpster and burn them all. But the next generation, right? Like my son's generation, let's see some actual action. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that the world is a fucked up place.
It's a fucked up place.
But we're past the point of bringing light to it, okay? We get it. It's fucked.
It's fucked up.
Do something. We all know it's fucked up. Do something.
That's my whole thing. I'm like, if you're just taking in all this bad information, which is all we're all doing every day because everyone wants to spread, they got the fucking pictures of the people on the horses whipping the people, and you're like,
fuck.
You're like, you're posting a picture about it. I'm looking at it. I know I'm not going to do anything about it. Why do I have to look at this?
What does awareness raise? Like, what?
You get out there.
Get out there.
Go. Houston. How far is it from here?
Probably 6 hours.
You could drive 6 hours right there. Take your own pictures.
Right? Yeah, you could go down there and fucking beat the shit out of the guy on the horse. How about that?
What if we went down there and just started DJing for him? Because we don't really have much to offer.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So we do like a special Haitian soca set. My soca collection is a little smaller.
I just got this new table.
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
All right. I got a controller.
Yeah.
We could fucking like do like 4 turntable or 2 controller set. Right?
I mean, that would be a nice thing that we could do. We're over here talking about do something. If you want to, you know what I mean? We should just go down there and we should just DJ. Do you think that they would appreciate that? How would you feel if you were kind of stuck in the middle?
If I was like a Haitian refugee living in a camp and some fucking white kid came up and started DJing for me, I'd be like, this fucking asshole. I'd be like, we're trying to fight these fucking guys on the horses whipping us, and you're over here trying to make it a party. But if the DJ was really killing it, I might be like, all right. This is vibe.
And there's the other thing, right? What if we set out on this mission to do something good, and we go to DJ for these people, and then it's looked at like we're assholes. Like we just have white privilege, and we're showing off our white privilege by being able to DJ while these people are stuck, trapped. You know what I mean?
That's a very good point.
Who's to say that's not how they'd flip it on us?
And then they just beat the shit out of us because we're not on horses with whips? I mean, who knows?
It's wild.
I'll be honest, though. I'll probably never know because I'm probably not going to drive down there and DJ. To be 100% honest with you,
I'll tell you
but
for a fact.
If you find yourself to be one of those people who fucking puts a banner around your face on your profile picture to let people know you're woke,
is that a thing now?
It's been a thing. Anytime there's anything like someone makes a fucking banner, and then it's like everyone stamps it.
When you say banner, what do you mean? Like,
okay, so like I know you don't have Facebook anymore. So like Facebook, it's like a circular profile picture, right?
Yeah. So
they'll make like this ring that goes around it, and it'll say something like, "I have a healthy distrust for authority, but I took the vaccine." and it's like, bro, the fucking cook. There's a fucking cook from Chicago. This fucking loser. He like smokes a cigar in his picture and like I don't know, he probably owns a Harley and has like some like midlife crisis, and he's just like, bro, and on his picture it says, I have a healthy distrust for authority, but I took the vaccine. Like, what are you trying to prove here? Like, what is going on? Like, when did the badasses go from like doing what they want to being like, I'm such a badass that I do what the government tells me to do, and I take injections in my ass. Like, what? What fucking Twilight Zone am I living in that this is like a thing? I want to pull up his profile just so you can see it. If you see the fucking douchey picture of this guy smoking a cigar, like he has like the fucking like 40, 50-year-old hair, but like he like relaxes it down a little bit so he feels like a badass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sounds terrible.
Yeah,
it honestly sounds.
I probably unfriended him. If I didn't unfriend him, I'll have to remember to do that after that.
Here's the thing, though. It's just a fucking dirty cop out. It's a cheap, dirty fucking ploy to make yourself feel like a good person.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to really do things that give you those actual feelings that exist. Those feelings exist. You can feel like a good person. It feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is the easy way out. Like, rather than like going and like donating to a charity or like going and helping like the homeless, like hand out like, I don't know, blankets when it's cold or something like that. It's like giving $1 to a homeless guy and being and recording it on your fucking TikTok and being like,
it's not even
do your part. Do your part.
It's not even as good as giving $1 to a homeless person. That's an actual good deed. You can be a douche about it and put it on social media and you're a fucking loser. But at the end of the day, when you peel back the loserness, something good for somebody else got done.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen when you go and get a vaccine or when you go and post a BLM sign on your store that has never seen a black person ever. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
You're not actually helping somebody.
Yeah. You're just, you're right. It's like, fuck. There was like, God damn it, I just fucking lost it. There was like a bumper sticker that people used to get. It'd be like, you know what it'd be like? It'd be like getting a I voted sticker and wearing it, but not actually voting. That's kind of what it is. When you put a BLM sign in front of a business that you've donated nothing to BLM and you won't even see a black customer, like,
ever. And nothing you do is helping that community in any way. The BLM sign doesn't help them.
They don't even get to see it because you're so fucking privileged living in an area where they don't even exist. You fucking retarded.
It's insanity, bro. It's insanity.
God. All right. Sorry.
But let's move on. I mean, I'm glad we got that out. I'm glad we got that out. Because it felt like something that needed to come out.
It needed to come out.
It's like, it's a little pent up. That's what social media does to you. You're sitting at home all day. You're taking this in. You're looking at morons post retarded things. And you're like, where am I? Where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
What world is this? What world is this?
Felt like that a lot lately.
It's not like you're like, how? I can't be the only person here that sees that this isn't doing anything, right?
Right.
Like, you feel lost. You feel it's insane. It's crazy. But let's move on. I got a story. Speaking of crazy, I got a very relatable story.
Talk to me.
And it even kind of relates back to the whole thing we're talking about a little bit, if we're going to be honest. But a lot of people like to use I'm unapologetically me. That's like, I see that being posted.
Such a thought.
I see people say that. It's very thoughty, yes. This story's about a young thought. But it's like, I'm unapologetically me. Like, I refuse to apologize for being myself. And that's just not how the world works.
No,
sometimes you gotta fucking apologize for being the asshole that you are.
Yes.
You, anybody listening.
Yeah.
It's how the world works. You're not so perfect that you never have to apologize. That's what people think about themselves now. I get vaccinated. I post BLM. I'm perfect. I'm unapologetically me.
Yeah. I think that the unapologetically me thing is like such a fucking, it's like they're making it cool to be like an asshole. And it's like, why can't you just be a decent fucking human being or a decent member of society?
They are being decent. Haven't you seen all the things that they're doing? All the great political posts that they've made and all these things?
Haven't you seen all the memes they've made?
Yeah. They're great people. They do great things.
Unapologetically me.
That's what I'm saying. That's where this comes from.
I need a little bit more background on this thought.
This idea of like perfectness and that strive to be the best person ever because we can be perfect. Like, it doesn't happen like that. Life is not like that. Life is crazy. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're an asshole and you have to apologize for being an asshole. And that is just part of life. That's not something that's ever going to go away. We can't be such good people that goes away.
Yeah.
Like things fucking happen. You say stupid shit. You do stupid shit. You're upset because, you just got a flat tire and you missed your car payment and this is happening and shit's wild. But you fix all of that and it gets better and then you fucking move on. But you apologize for what happens when being an asshole. All right, I'm done with that. This is one of those girls. Okay. She said this. These words came out of her mouth because we were having like as deep of a conversation as you could have with a stripper.
Oh, it's a stripper? Okay. He said she's kind of like a thought. All right. So she's unapologetic. That is basically just a cover up for her not to feel bad about being a stripper, I think. Because she's like, I'm not going to apologize for fucking twerking my ass on old men for money. So she's unapologetically her.
Yeah.
And I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? But it does feel very privileged when someone says that. Like, you're so perfect that you don't need to apologize to anyone ever for anything.
Yeah. And she said this and it didn't mean anything to me at that point. Like these thoughts that are going through my head right now weren't even triggered yet, even after she said that. It was what she did next that then brought me back to her saying that, and I'm like, you are really a piece of shit.
Okay. Let's hear the stinger.
So, we're partying, drunk, high, whatever. We leave the strip club. We go to get some food. We're at the diner, and it's the only late night diner. So it's like kind of popping. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's busy, a little bit hard to get a table. They bring us over to this table. It hasn't been cleaned yet. So, like, now we're standing in front of the dirty table. It's kind of like, oh, we got to wait for someone to clean it. And the guy comes over. He's like, oh, I'll take care of this right away. He starts picking shit up. And she goes to help him. And he was like, oh, I got it. It's all good. Because, like, we're drunk. He has a job to do. Yeah. He doesn't need her helping. He doesn't want her helping because she's probably going to fuck something up. And then it's just going to be worse. He's like, I got it. Like, it's all good.
Let me serve you kind of thing.
Yeah, let me serve you. Like, not being an asshole about it. Nice guy. Everything's cool. This bitch goes, I'm going to help you. It's called human kindness, and you're going to accept it. And she starts helping him. And she's like,
how the fuck does that work?
like she's doing something good, right? Helping this man, helping this poor man who works at a diner and probably struggles, helping him makes me feel good. So even if he doesn't fucking want my help, I'm going to give it to him and he's going to take it.
You fucking
It's called human kindness and you're going to accept it. And this bitch said it like
with authority?
She may have been schizophrenic. Like something else came out when she said it.
Let me be honest with you. May have been schizophrenic. Stripper goes very hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, they're not far off.
To believe that there's a few schizophrenic strippers. I can remember a time not too long ago before my girlfriend was pregnant when we went to a strip club together and this fucking psycho bitch, not my girlfriend, the stripper, she goes back and like gets a dance and she comes back with the stripper and the stripper's like making up all these lies to like try and like start a fight with us, like just because like you could tell like she's just a piece of shit scumbag.
Wait, between you and your girl?
Yeah, it was me, my girl, and her cousin.
Start a fight?
Yeah, and she just was like saying stuff like she pretended like she gave my girl a number. She's like call me. She's like, what? And like my girl would tell me if she got a number from a stripper. Like that's kind of the idea of us going there was hopefully to find a fucking young lady we could fuck together, right? Yeah. And so she's like, call me later. And then she's like, what? Like she didn't give me her number. She's like, you guys said you had some blow? You had some blow? And my girl doesn't even do blow. So I know she's full of shit. I might have done some blow in my day. She doesn't do blow. So I know this fucking lady's full of shit. So then I started putting the two and two together. And I'm like, either my girlfriend mysteriously came out of nowhere with this fucking third person that I've never met before, or this fucking stripper that I just met from fucking Northwest Indiana, who's probably a fucking schizophrenic, is making up shit because she has nothing better to do than start fucking fights between couples. I don't know.
Wait, that sounds wild.
Bro, it was a wild night. That was just the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, don't ever go to fucking, what was it called? What's the one right there off of fucking...
Is this in Chicago or Houston?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago?
Right on the... It's Admiral? Like right... No. It's right on the edge, like by Northwest Indiana.
Industrial?
No. Greek.
Atlantis?
Atlantis. Yeah. A beautiful place inside, giant fucking fish tanks and all that shit. But all the fucking strippers that were working there, one of them like smelt bad. Like she had a fucking jersey on. Like it was Sunday evening. Like she had been like partying all day in her fucking jersey.
Worse
and
than
she
a musty
had
stripper?
Fucking BO, bro. So fucking bad that we had to push her off. I pushed her off me. I was like, no, don't give me a fucking laugh.
You literally
smell like onions,
stripper?
Bro. And we told security and they're like, yeah, she's like wasted. We're trying to take care of her. And I'm like, this bitch slept in a dumpster and you just put her on the floor to fucking shake her ass. She was like curled up in a ball after that in the corner, like crying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, Admiral, beautiful strip club. All the strippers that work there are fucking spawns of Satan, and they fucking are terrible.
No, not Admiral, Atlantis.
Oh, sorry, Atlantis. They both start with A. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we could go on with stripper stories for days.
Yeah.
For days.
The kids got some stripper stories.
Remember Miami Stripperpalooza?
Oh man, Stripperpalooza. That one went down in the books. We got to do a 2.0 one of these days.
What a trip, bro.
But we got to do a different city because we've already been to every one in Miami. Even though I'm sure there's a couple new ones in the last few years since that happened.
Yeah. What I mean, it's like if you're talking strip club cities, Houston's one of them, which I didn't know until I came.
Yeah, strip clubs in Houston are lit.
Atlanta's one of them.
Atlanta. Right? You've been to some in Atlanta.
I've been to some in Atlanta, and I think the low-key one is Portland, right?
Let me tell you, Portland is the last place on earth I want to go to, ever.
Speaking of woke.
No. You will not ever... You couldn't pay me to DJ in Portland. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let me rephrase that. You would have to pay me a lot of money to DJ in Portland. Because, fuck no. Hell the fuck no. But I think Vegas
what if they wanted
you... Stripperpalooza. They got a few strip clubs there.
Vegas strip clubs to me are like
They just prey on tourists.
Real strip. Yeah, they're just places to prey on tourists. Yeah, exactly. Like when you come to Houston, there's a culture. There's a strip club culture.
There's a respect for the strip club.
Yeah, there is a respect for the strip club. And
you don't get that in Chicago.
Yeah.
In Chicago, it's kind of like you're either like really drunk and like just can't go to sleep at 6 a.m. or you're a scumbag and you're jerking off in the corner looking at the women on the stage. But it's not a very fun environment at the Chicago strip. No, some of them, I'll be honest, some of the hood ones are fun. Some of like, I've been to like Arnie's
Chicago,
Arnie's Idle Hour. That motherfucker is crazy. I got some stories about Arnie's. I don't even know if it's still around. I think they might get shut down. But Arnie's is a fucking crazy place. Very crazy place.
Sounds like a good time.
It's a good fucking time.
I mean, if I'm going to get jerked off, I want it to be at Arnie's.
Bro, they will jerk you off in the middle of everyone. They will pull it. Bro, when I first went there, I'll say it. I don't care. It's probably statute of limitations. I went there with my boy Darius. This is like back in the day. This is like probably 2008. So I go there. He's like, we're going to Arnie's Island. I'm like, where the fuck is that? He's like, I think it was like 132nd and Sibley.
Paint the picture for me. You guys are at the crib chilling. You're drinking. What's going on? How did you get from where you were at? Where were you at to get to then Arnie's?
My memory's kind of foggy, but if I had to guess, I was probably at my crib and he texted me.
Okay, so you guys weren't even together.
No. He texted me. He's like, "Yo, me and my boys were going to Arnie's Idle Hour. You should come. It's gonna be lit." I'm like, "All right, bet." This is my homie from Maywood. Cool dude, street guy, cool dude, rapper, street kid, yeah, cool dude. Like when I would hang out with him, like we're like hanging out in front of his crib with a trunk popped on a car, listening to music, drinking fucking Hennessy.
Selling
like that's
tapes out the back.
Yeah, pretty much. So I go to meet him. He's like, it's 132nd and Dalton or whatever. I can't even remember what the streets are, but it's in the Wild Hundreds. So for those of you who don't know, it's a pretty sketchy area of Chicago.
That's a brave place for a young
white male to be going at 2 a.m.
White man like yourself to be going, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, there's titties. I'm there. So I hop on.
This is what we do. This is caveman brain. This is
caveman brain for sure.
You know better than to just go into the Wild Hunters. You need to be there. Unless you need to be there, which wouldn't really happen, but you know better than to do that.
Yeah.
Caveman brain tells you that it's probably a good idea. There's titties.
There's titties. Let's go.
There.
So I hop in my car. I fucking drive from the north side down to the south side. I fucking get off at Stony Island. It's 2 a.m. It's a little sketch, but I'm also not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah. I was never the type to fucking stay in my fucking house. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. So I pull up. I walk up. First red flag would be the security guard. He's like, looks at my ID. He's like, "You're a long way from home." And I go, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Fuck. What am I in for?"
He said, "Yeah, titties."
Give me my ID back. I walk inside. See my boy Darius. What up? I'm like, "What up?" I walk up to sit down. As I'm walking up to the chair to sit down, I'm grabbed by a stripper. Not nudged. I'm grabbed by a stripper on my shoulder. And she's like, "Is this your first time here?" I look around. This is like I'm the only white guy. I wouldn't even say person of color. I'm the only non-black person in the entire club, right? Yeah. And it's a packed club.
You're just glowing.
I'm just glowing like a fluorescent fucking bulb, right? And I'm like, "How could you tell?" You know, so she's like, "Come on, I'll show you around." And they're like, "Yeah, go with it, go with it."
You were the new fish.
I'm like, "Oh,
I bet when you walked in, you remember the
fresh fish
Shawshank Redemption scene when they watch the people walking in and they're like, "Yeah, look at the fresh fish." You can tell this one's first time, blah blah. That's how the strippers felt.
I was just a fucking piece of meat walking through there, fucking ready to get
they
pounded.
They were talking to each other like, whose turn is it? You got the last one. I'm gonna get this one.
They're like, shit. The last one probably came 3 years prior. I'll tell you that. So anyway, so I'm walking through. It's lit. Black strip clubs lit. Okay, even in a place like Chicago where strip clubs aren't really the thing, it was lit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get more into that later. But so she shows me around. As she showed me around, she's like, "This is the champagne room." It has a sign that says champagne room. Now listen, I'm old enough to remember Chris Rock had a song, "No Sex in the Champagne Room," being light bulb. Hey, bitch, you're not gonna play me. I know there's no sex in the champagne room. Chris Rock told me. So she still walks me in there. Mind you, she's fucking I don't really have control here. She's just showing me around. You know what I'm saying?
Leading you around.
I'm like her bitch. She's holding my pocket and just walking me around the club. So she sets me down in a chair in the champagne room.
She was showing you off, really.
She's like, look at this fucking white boy I got.
Bitches, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I'm about to shut it down. He's got a credit card. Little did she know I had no credit at the time. So she sat me down in the chair, and it's a room, but it's a room where like the next guy is getting a lap dance right here. The next guy's getting a lap dance. It's like you're all in there. It's not like they're not private section. It's like a room with a bunch of chairs in it, right? So I sit down, and there's a guy next to me sitting down. He's getting a lap dance. I'm like, everybody's getting a lap dance, but everybody's like smiling like you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm thinking like, okay, you're getting a lap dance, like whatever. The bitch fucking reaches in before my ass even like touches the seat, reaches in and grabs my dick out and just fucking has it in her hand. Like, didn't even like play with it or poke it to like be like, hey, do you want to know what happens here? She's holding my dick in her hand, like this, like in front of everyone. And mind you, it's a dark club. I'm white as fuck, and it's glowing. You know, she's holding a fucking glowy dick in her hand.
Like she had a glow stick at a rave.
Literally. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, you can't just like pull it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm young at the time. I'm younger. I didn't realize how these things worked. You know what I'm saying? But it was very out there, and this was my first experience in something like this.
I don't want to get crazy here, but some might call that.
Smosh-stitution?
Some might call that molestation.
Well, I mean, listen.
I'm just saying. You can't say that you've never been molested.
I guess if you want to call it that. I didn't try and pull my dick away from her. I'll tell you that. But I was a little reluctant. I was like, oh, can we do this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a Crown Royal bag sitting next to the chair full of condoms. You know what I'm saying?
A Crown Royal bag? Like,
you know, like that
Crown Royal bottle comes in?
Filled with condoms, right? And I'm like... she's like, just grab one. And I'm like, well, how much? She's like, just 100 plus the 15 to get in. And in the room. Or, yeah, I think it was 15 or 20, whatever it was. It was like 100 plus that. And then I look over and I'm starting noticing, like, all these guys, their fucking pants are, like, down at their ankles while they're getting these lap dances.
It's all setting in.
They're like, basically really all just fucking in here. Yeah. And I'm like, Chris Rock was full of shit. I'm like, there is sex in the champagne room. There's actually nothing... There's no champagne in the champagne room, but there's definitely sex in the champagne room. Sex. There was definitely no champagne. There was Crown Royal bags. Anyhow, I didn't have $100, so I didn't get the fuck, but I did get a lap dance for $20.
Okay.
Kind of. What I was gonna say about how lit it was. The other thing I saw there before I get done with this story was at the end of the evening. This was like the grand spectacle, right? Now Arnie's isn't like big, you know what I'm saying? It's a smaller place, maybe like the size of Polecats, maybe if my memory serves me correct.
Okay.
But they have like a stage, and the stage is kind of low, and it was more well lit in there. I feel like than like a normal nightclub. It's not like or a normal strip club. It's not like dark and foggy. It's kind of like you can see everything. So there's this girl on stage, right? And this is like towards the end, like they're doing the last song, DJ says whatever, and fucking everybody's like around and going crazy, they're throwing money, and I'm like, I got an extra like $15 in ones here. Let me go fucking see what's going on over here. What am I gonna do? Take this fucking home? And I walk over, and the girl's doing a handstand, right? Pussy up in the air, legs spread, think like a Y formation.
Okay.
I'm looking down into her pussy, right? And I see the craziest shit I've ever seen. This bitch's pussy, her fucking muscles inside of her pussy were opening and closing like this, like on demand, Kegels. Like this, but like the craziest shit. Like if I put my hand in there, Venus flytrap, that shit is gone. I just start dumping it. I'm like, fucking catch one of these bills with that pussy, bitch. It was the most insane fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And I still to this day remember it. And I still to this day have yet to see a girl be able to do that with her fucking pussy like that. Like,
wait,
that, like the muscle was that. Like, she could probably make her pussy clap.
She was making a clap with her pussy.
She could probably, if it wasn't so loud in there, I bet you could hear it clap. I'm telling you. Like, I could visibly see, like, it looked like a fucking, like a fish, like feeding. Like, it was insane, bro. It was insane. Shout out to her.
And she did that for you, right?
Well, like for all the guys that were fucking dumping money on her.
Other guys saw that?
That's why they were up there dumping money. Because she was just going crazy doing her little pussy trick on her fucking handstand for like fucking, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute.
That's incredible.
It was a spectacle.
I want her to do it on my dick.
Bro, I wish I could find her. This was 15 years ago. I don't know if she still has the muscles to do that.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is maybe Chris Rock wasn't saying no sex in the champagne room like it's not allowed. But maybe he was saying don't do it.
I'll be honest. So the reason I want to say it's because I didn't have the money, but I really think that I was scared. It was my first experience in like a situation where you pay for sex. And it was so like abrupt and it happened so fucking quick that I was just like, I don't know. And all I could think was AIDS. This bitch has to have AIDS. She has to have AIDS if she's doing this, right? And yeah, I don't know. I was scared. But I took a lap dance in my boxers
too. I'm right there with you. I would have been a little shook too. New environment, new location, new place, new people. You know what I'm saying? Everything's wild. To just have your dick pulled out in a environment like that, it's a little scary.
Yeah,
Sounds a little scary.
It happened pretty quick, but now I understood why my boys liked going there so much. Because Maywood's nowhere close to there.
No,
but yeah,
it sounds like a good place. I might have to check if it's open when I go back to Chicago.
I want to say I remember a couple years back here that they got shut down for prostitution. To be honest,
you don't say.
But you know what? The dope thing about Arnie's was across the street they had an Italian beef place too.
Late night?
Yeah.
Oof. Are you kidding
me? Get a blowjob and a beef?
A blowjob and a beef, bro? That's
the Chicago way,
That's baby. Chicago shit right there. A little cocksuck and a combo.
Oh, boy. What else we got here?
Now that you go to the gym.
Yeah.
Are you like a good gym patron? Like you wipe down your equipment after you sweat on it?
I do. No. Well, okay, yeah, I do. I wipe down my equipment heavily before I use it.
Oh, like, before.
I douse it in fucking spray. Guy. But afterwards, I wipe it down just in case anyone's watching. But I just like spray some on a rag and just.
Yeah. Do you not feel super gay when you're cleaning a bar and you're just kind of fucking you know
shafting
what I mean?
it?
You're
giving a little corkscrew?
You're in public and you're just, you know what I mean? Does that not feel really gay?
I guess
I'm never the only person that feels super gay.
I've never high enough to notice that.
Like when I clean my Stairmaster when I'm done, it's just two big railings, and I'm just in the gym going like this, and I'm like, this is so gay. It's incredible how gay I feel.
There might be like a better way. You might be able to like, you know, go down the side.
There's literally no better way. It's a round handle. I have the cloth in my hand. You grip it and slip it.
Grip and slip. The fucking.
I don't know if it's just me, but you're right. It's probably because I'm way too high. I'm fucking out of my mind. I'm like, wow, this feels so gay. Everyone's probably looking at me.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So now I'll probably think
feel that way.
I don't feel that way. But I'll probably think about that.
I hope
now.
the next time that it happens.
Well, we're going to the gym after this, so fucking we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll see how gay you are, really.
Wait till we get to the gym. We're going to see how gay you are. That sounds very rapey.
Yeah. Well, you just told me a rape story.
Well, I'm not going to.
This won't be your first time.
I won't be using the locker room there. I'll go dressed as I am.
Read between the lines. Don't you feel like you can look at somebody's social media and like see who they want to be and then also see who they actually are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part, not like everybody, but people that maybe you know a little bit more in person too, so you have that.
You can see knowledge. The character they're trying to project.
Yeah, rather than the person that they actually are.
Yeah.
Like that's reading between the lines, right? Like that's being able to be smarter than to just look at the information right in front of your face and go, okay, yeah. Oh, uh-huh. Like you're looking a little bit further, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Does anyone come to mind specifically?
I mean, anybody I follow, but mostly these fucking hoes.
Well, I think the thing is, it's okay. So obviously, Instagram is like, even if they don't realize it because they're so delusional in their own fucking idea of who they are, this is just like you like role playing the person you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's your timeline or whatever it is. You're gonna post the pictures that are the side of you that you want people to know. You know what I'm saying? So like. Maybe with mine, it's more of my lowrider pictures on my page. Maybe with yours, it's more of your scumbag stuff because you want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Not want to be, but that's the person you want to be.
That's the person I want to be.
So I think the difference is with these women, they don't realize this fucking thing. Because they're so caught up in it that they believe it, right? So they don't realize that, like, they're not really a makeup consultant, or they're not really a fucking Fashion Nova, like, influencer. So they just post, like, here's something I never got. What the fuck is the point of tagging who made your outfit if they didn't fucking give you the outfit? I understand if you're getting shit for free and you need to post them, but if I have to pay $80 for a pair of fucking gym shorts from Nike, I'm not going to tag them. Fuck them.
They already got my money.
They got my money. They can suck my dick.
Yeah,
I don't understand what this new fucking fad. I mean, I understand. I know they want to make it seem like they're an influencer, but bitch, you got 1,500 followers. Nobody's paying you to wear their shit.
Yeah, it's crazy that, like, it's so monkey see, monkey do on the internet. It's just the more you see it, the more influencers that you follow that are tagging the brands that they're wearing because they're getting paid for it. It doesn't register that that's why they're doing it.
Yeah,
people are just like, oh, they do that. Mm-hmm. This is what if I want to be like this person and this person does that, I should do that.
Right.
Which is kind of, I guess, I feel like I've done that and it's been successful. You know, you're like, oh, this person, I want to be like this person, so I'm going to do what they say or do what they do. And it kind of leads you to whatever, and then doing it your way, but it gets you to try something. So that's good. But the people just see it and do it. They don't know why they're doing it. These fucking bitches they're just like, oh, this is how it's supposed to look, so I want to make my look that way. But they don't understand that these people are getting fucking paid for it, and they just look like idiots.
Yeah.
Like monkeys. They're literally fucking apes. These bitches.
Right.
I need to clarify exactly who the fuck I'm talking about before anything crazy happens.
Listen, we don't need anybody taking the one fucking clip. All right. Okay, listen, to the editing team,
these bitch, I'm talking about these hoes. Okay. All right?
They do that. Anyways, yeah, so I think that you're right, man. People have become, like, smart technology and phones and things like that have made people fucking stupid.
Stupid as fuck.
It's like when you're force-fed all this information, you become this fucking vegetable that just regurgitates the same information because we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
So burn your fucking phone. Fight the revolution.
Yeah.
And get vaccinated if you're a fucking badass.
If you're a real man. If you're a real man, real men get vaxxed.
No, look. Let me rephrase this. Let me be honest. I don't think that there's anything wrong with getting vaxxed. I chose not to get vaxxed, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm making fun of people who got vaxxed, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe in the fucking choice to get vaxxed. So if I believe in the choice, I'd be a hypocrite to say you're a fucking loser if you get vaxxed.
Yes.
I fucking big up to you for making that decision and doing that for you. And shout out to Nicki Minaj. She's going hard right now.
Yeah,
for the anti-vaxxers, Nicki Minaj is going hard.
Fill me in a little bit because she tweeted.
All right, so she tweeted, right? She tweeted that her cousin's friend in Trinidad got vaxxed and became impotent or had some sort of issue with his balls.
His balls got big, right? Because I seen.
Did they get big or small? I thought they got small because, like, when you get impotent,
it got big because I seen that meme of like the old Egyptian painting of some dude like showing his huge nuts, and it's like how I'm telling people I got vaxxed or something, or what I when I have to show my vax card or whatever.
Yeah.
Showing his huge nuts.
I saw a bunch of memes on it, and that's what happened, right? So she posted that, and then fucking Twitter banned her because they said that she's like threatening humanity. Which, again, how the fuck does Al Qaeda have a fucking Twitter page? But Nicki Minaj gets her Twitter page pulled because she said that her cousin's nuts got bigger from fucking getting vaxxed. All right.
Wait, okay, hold on. Wait, it goes even deeper than
that, yeah, right? It does.
Okay, keep going.
So they banned her, and then Nicki Minaj, being Nicki Minaj, being the same person who got her fame from fucking going at Lil' Kim, going at all these artists, you know what I'm saying? She's like, fuck you. You want to fucking go at me? I'll fire right back at you. So now she's kind of spearheaded this anti-vax movement. Well, I wouldn't even say anti-vax. I would say she spearheaded the, like, questioning the system. She's like, the fact that they're going to fucking pull my shit just because I posted just this one little thing that questioned it shows that there's a real problem with censorship.
The big problem with censorship.
Big problem with censorship. The fact that, like, you can't even, like, say that, like, maybe your friend had a bad experience with a vaccination. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking wild. Like, even if you stand for vaccinations, you should also stand for people that want to have an opinion about maybe it not being the perfect resolution for this problem that we have.
Nothing has ever been like in science it's all questioning itself. That's
exactly
what it is. You have to question what's happening and test it and do all this shit. The fact that you can't even question is a huge problem.
Yeah, that shows that it's not just it's way deeper than science. It's fucking political. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was only about science, like you said, is not so fucking 2D. You know what I'm saying? There's different moving parts. That's why we're constantly coming up with new medicines. You know what I'm saying? Because if fucking what's the fucking antibiotic that everybody uses? Penicillin. If penicillin was the only fucking solution to any problem, like we thought back in the 1800s, you know what I'm saying, or whenever the fuck it came out, 1900s, early 1900s,
right?
We would have just stopped medical research there. But there's always new things being learned, and the fact that like so many people are like anti like questioning anything that doesn't sit right.
Let me tell you about something that relates to this. I love that we're two fucking morons.
Yeah, because I mean I don't even know what the fucking word penicillin is, but
yeah,
no. I think that gives us more of a say because it's like it shows that like just because you can kill somebody with facts about things. All right, this sounds fucking terrible.
Discredit us.
You can't discredit us because that's what I'm saying. Like they're just gonna take that and they're gonna take all the mutes of me not saying something and just say, listen. I
can't go from fucking getting jerked off at Arnie's Idle Hour to penicillin and the pandemic.
Listen, I don't claim to be a fucking medical expert.
No, and that's
you know what I'm saying.
Exactly
Don't listen to me. That's what I say. But then again, don't listen to me. Get it fucking vaccinated. I don't care.
Right, for sure. But this is also what we're saying. It's not. We're just talking. We're just having a conversation. These are real things that bounce through our heads on a daily basis, and it's good to talk about them and talk them through and realize, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the scary part is that you can't talk about it. That's the
saying. Scary part is that you can't talk about it. You need to be able to talk. The shit that goes on in your head, like trying to express what is in your head through talking is so much harder than it seems, and you need to be able to do that to even see if what's in your head is right. Sometimes you have to say it out loud and then you're like, oh no, that's fucked up. You know what I mean?
Like, I feel like a retard talking about this shit, and then I can't even fucking enunciate what I want to think. Maybe I'm not maybe I'm not right. Maybe I should get vaccinated. Maybe I'm gonna go fucking prick myself after this episode.
100%. But maybe next week something comes out where it's like, oh, okay, now I do want to go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm not unapologetically wrong. All right. I'm very, very capable of apologizing when I feel that I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like talking and having a good conversation is the healthiest thing in the world, and that's how problems get solved and how things happen. And that's the whole thing that we're saying is there's no action now. It's all talking, and you can't even talk. That's the crazy part.
It's all talking, but only about one direction,
wherever they want. All right. Well, yeah, but listen. Back to what you were saying where like penicillin, you know, if that was just the end all be all, that's all we had, then there would be no innovation from there. There's also like a fucked up thing to advancing so fast, which is in this book that I'm reading. And it's like, for example, braces are like a huge thing. It's a huge industry, right? Because a lot of people have fucked up teeth. Mm-hmm. But now there's a guy who is an orthodontist who found out that maybe we don't need braces. Maybe something's getting fucked up before the fact that our teeth are getting fucked up. That's fucking our teeth up. So
you think like back in the day that their teeth were cool?
Yeah, they show it through
you
skulls.
can look at skulls.
You can look at people's skulls, and they can see that people's teeth weren't fucked up back in the day, but now they are. And it's because babies are eating soft food, and they're not chewing, and their jaws are not building the muscles and expanding the way that they're supposed to, so the jaw is smaller, so the teeth don't have room. And then we put braces on to fix that, and that kind of fucks up the longevity of our teeth because you're hacking a system of the body, braces are, that's already built into our bodies where our teeth can move.
Right.
So we're hacking that system by moving the teeth where we want them.
Yeah.
And it's fucking later in life, your teeth are now less like rooted in your mouth because you moved them. You know what I mean? And it's like this guy figured that out, but how do you get rid of such an industry? You know, like this guy's an orthodontist, and every orthodontist is fighting him, and they're because like, "You're wrong because this is how I make my money."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, no,
we fucked up along the way, and
I would,
it's so hard to correct.
I would compare it to like, all right, let's if we're gonna talk, let's talk. There's technology now that you don't need a DJ. Like, yes, a DJ is necessary. Hold on. No. If we're going to talk about it, let's fucking talk about it. Listen, you don't need a DJ. Like, you need a DJ. A DJ has its purpose, right? Just like braces have their purpose. You know what I'm saying? But we're very close to not needing a DJ. I mean, there's programs that can mix software for you.
You really feel that way?
I really feel that way.
I don't feel that way. I'm not that shook.
Let me tell you a couple. No, I'm not shook either. Because I don't think that we're never going to go anywhere, and I'll tell you why at the end of this. But what I'm saying is, I said that to say this. If I said that in a room full of DJs, not one of them would agree with me.
Yes, for sure.
Because this is how we all make our money.
Yes.
So me saying that, especially saying that on the Club Killers platform, is fucking... There's no way no one's going to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? Even if they kind of agree with me, they're going to be like, yes, but da-da-da. Yeah, but da-da-da. And you're going to find every reason not to agree with me.
Well, yeah, people are going to fight it.
Because this is how we make our living, which is the same thing with doctors, with pharmaceutical companies, with insurance companies, with politicians. Everyone who's not necessary. I mean, like, I'm not going to say all politicians aren't necessary, but the way things go. Schools, the way that we just fucking train children to be, like, subservient fucking... little useless information plethoras that we send off into a college that isn't even necessary to give job placement, doesn't even give job placement, but this is like all institutions that are rooted, and there's so many jobs and careers and lives that depend on these jobs that they're not going to just go away.
Yes, for sure.
And neither will DJing, bitch, so fuck you and your Sonos.
Wait, okay, so I get that you said that to make that point, but you honestly feel like
no, I do not feel like that. No, I don't feel like that. I'm a DJ.
Look,
I'll put it this way.
Not that it's going to take our jobs, because I don't think that would ever happen. You need a human. Nobody wants to party to a machine on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, you need a human who's in that room, reading that room.
Here's what I could see. I could see. And I also have an idea, but I don't want to fucking put it out here because I haven't patented it yet, and I don't want none of our 5 viewers to fucking steal the idea. But I think that there's a simple software that could be integrated into Serato or into even Ableton or anything like that, that could easily open a room from 9 to midnight. And I'll explain to you more about it when we're not getting recorded, because honestly, I have a good idea. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. You know what? And if you take my idea,
it's
send me a check.
Documented.
Just send me some kind of check. Oh, maybe I could, maybe this is timestamped, and I could just use this as my own little proof that I had it first.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That's good.
So now at approximately, 1:30 p.m., this is how it works. All right, so... the same way that you can categorize, I think there's tags that you can write in Serato where it says like what genre of music it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They also have one where there used to be this thing called Platinum Notes, right? And in Platinum Notes, it could even tell by the key and by the waveform the energy level of the song. Do you remember that? Platinum Notes?
But I get it.
Okay, so basically it would read them. This was like before Serato could read key. It had its own way of reading key, and then an update of it had where it could read key and energy of a song. Okay. So now imagine this software. Even if you have to set the cue point at the first kick yourself, or if it could do it for you, right? But let's just say a DJ had to come in monthly and just go over the system and make sure all the cue points are right and everything like that, so you don't have any train wrecks.
Yeah, let's keep DJs employed.
Yeah. We're going to be servicing the machines.
Service guys.
But there's a 16-bar intro to every song, right, that you have in this program.
Yeah.
Because you're only using DJ-friendly edits, right? So, mind you, this isn't going to scratch or give the energy that you need. But for an opening set, right, you can mix everything that's at a level 5 of energy. And then after about 20 minutes, you can go to a level 6 of energy. And then after about, you know what I'm saying? And so on, et cetera, until it gets to around a 7 or an 8. You know what I'm saying?
But what is energy? I don't think that would work personally, because to me, energy is not just one thing. There's no
one song complements the next one to build the energy. I agree. But, again, we're not talking about a fucking real DJ set. We're talking about something that can open a room. Something that can keep music playing and not go from dead silence to fucking, an Alesso track to fucking, drop into, I don't know, a fucking R&B song or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that could have somewhat of a structure, enough to at least be decent background music for an opener.
Yeah.
And it would still have some sort of shuffle feature to where it doesn't play the same shit every week. Because otherwise, I would say just make a mix and put a mix on. But eventually, your crowd's going to be like, I heard this fucking mix yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, dog. It's been about 10 years for me, and no one said that to me yet.
I mean, you are kind of right about that. I mean, let's talk about that while we're at it. Because I was thinking about this morning. I don't know why, but the first thought in my brain when I woke up was, when I play a set and I feel like I'm crushing it, and the crowd feels like I'm crushing it, but I'm playing the same place 6 nights a week, I know that my music genres are not, or not even genres, but my music selection is not that much different. And I know the records that work, right? And we probably talked about this before, but I know I'll play, like, I don't know what the fuck, Turn My Swag On or something, and I know it always hits, like, when I play it into this song. And so a lot of times, unintentionally, I'll play it into that song. And I'm like, this crowd has to know and has to, like, be thinking in their head, like, oh, he did that again. But I know I'm not the only DJ that does that.
Crowds really know.
Do they not pay enough attention?
I don't think that they're paying enough attention. Like a DJ would know. Like Four Color Zach had that tweet about the Mariah Carey into the Soulja Boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like DJs know. We notice that shit because when we're in a club, we have a reason to notice it. I think for a patron, they have a more fun time at a club. They're not as like paying attention.
They'll catch one in there, here and there, but like they're not really remembering like, oh, last week he did this too. Yeah, I get it.
Because they're trying, you know what I mean? Like
they're in there to get fucking high on cocaine and fuck.
Also, a lot of times what I think about, because I think more than the crowd, I think about the staff. I'm like, they got
the staff
have to know. Because
for sure.
When you really hear it literally every night, and then it just becomes like a playlist where you know, a CD that you burned back in the day that you just fucking ruthlessly listen to. After that one song would end, you know exactly what the next song is.
Yeah.
Even though it's like it's not like that on the album. Obviously, this is your mix, but you put it in that order, and you've heard it in that order so many times. You just know, you know what I mean. That next song is coming.
Or even like a remix of a song. Like so, like there's certain remixes of a song that I'll play because I really like that remix of the song, right? Because more than like the original.
Yeah.
And I might not hear other DJ play that remix, but like I enjoy that remix. So I end up always when I play that song, I end up playing that remix. Do they get? They must get to the point.
Joe Maz.
Well, Joe Maz, but I was more thinking of the No Thanks remix of Diplo. I play that one a lot, and I like that one. It's got good energy and everything. But every time I play it, I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, the workers here got to be like, this fucking guy's playing that version of it again. At least like, you know what I'm saying? Because do they understand like what a remix is versus like a blend or a mashup? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Everyone has a different knowledge and a different.
At the end of the day, though, who gives a fuck? Fuck them. If they don't like your music. Tough shit. You got to listen to it anyways.
You're goddamn right. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, DJs.
I also like to think about to these thoughts come through your head, and then you're like, fuck, and you freak out, and you're like, now I don't know what to play, and you just your songs are getting down to the last 30 seconds, and you're still scrambling to find one. That's the worst. But when those thoughts happen, I like to think about, like, how many times are you so into what you're doing that you don't even notice the music going on in a nightclub when you're in a nightclub?
When I'm really fucking wasted.
Especially when you're drunk. But imagine if you were working, because I'm talking about the workers. Imagine if you were bartending. You're taking orders.
Yeah, and they're going in and out of the back. They're not really thinking about what's going on. They're thinking about what task they're doing.
With the task, exactly.
And especially bartenders, because think about it. You got somebody yelling at you, 4 Zambucas, 5 fucking whatever, and you're like, okay, what do I get them? They're not thinking about what the fuck the transition is or whatever.
Exactly. So I like to ease my mind with that.
That's a good point. Yeah. You ever have nightmares about DJing where like recently, you're running out of like time to switch the track and you're like,
my most recent one is that I can't find the song in my search.
Yes.
My song's running out and I'm trying to search and I'm typing like exactly, like it's not hard to spell. I'm hitting it exactly and it's not coming up and I'm freaking out because apparently I don't know what to do if I can't find that song.
I definitely have that fucking nightmare sometimes.
Yeah.
Or that's the main one that I'll have is that I can't find the next song. And then I'm like, and I can just see the timer going down of like, when the fucking song's about to be done. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to run into dead air.
It's the scariest dream, bro. Why is that? I feel like anxiety,
some shit probably.
Anybody, whatever industry you're in, you have some sort of dream like that where it's like relating back to what you do for work and it's some fucking nightmare where you can't turn a spreadsheet in on time or whatever the fuck it might be if you work in an
because imagine if it was like that recurring dream that people have at work where they like go to work naked. You'd be like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is a normal day at the office.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Do you remember when you DJ'd with your fucking pants off?
Yeah, which
and
time?
A girl on your shoulders?
Yeah, soundbar.
Good time. If there wasn't video evidence of this stuff, no one would ever believe it.
Yeah, there's definitely a video of it. I was just thinking about the
Wait, was your dick out?
My dick was fully out.
Just wanted to make sure so the viewers know that we're not talking in his underwear.
My dick was fully out.
His dick was out.
My underwear
girl
was
on his shoulders.
Ankles.
How did they end up at your ankles? Because I just saw the picture out of context.
I put them there.
You said, I'm going to do this without my pants.
Yeah, because I had her like piggyback on my back, and she had no pants on, and I was like, "Well, I want to take my pants off." Wait,
she was butt naked, no pants?
No, she had her underwear on.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, "I'm gonna one up this bitch. I'm fucking taking my underwear off.
Bare dick this bitch." Wait, did you end up fucking her in the booth? Because that would have been great.
No, I didn't do that. I don't think I've had sex in a DJ booth.
I've never had sex in a DJ booth.
Definitely.
I've had my pee-pee touched
base in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, good times.
But I've never had sex in a DJ booth, which is something that I may have to make happen. I don't feel right.
I think you just had an epiphany. You're like, I've never done that. Now it's like going to be a thing. Like when you're on the flight back to Chicago, you're like, I've never had sex in a DJ booth. Yeah. You're just going to grab the first girl who's willing to have sex with you. I mean, even if she was fat,
that's
at least
usually what I do.
True. But next time you're getting a blowy in the bathroom, be like, wait, let's finish this in the DJ booth.
Yeah, let me keep my dick hard and run through the club.
Could you imagine? I mean, let's be honest, that's not going to happen.
This is 0%. There's not enough Cialis in the world to make that happen.
I used to be like, have you ever like about to fuck a bitch and then like, you're like, oh shit, I need to get a condom. And you're like, damn, what if I lose my boner between here and the fucking pants
every time?
And then I'm like, don't think about that because then you lose the boner.
And then you
lose the boner. And then you're like, listen, so the thing is, and it's like, let's just like chill for a little bit, watch some TV, and then it'll come back to me.
That's the worst. I always blame the alcohol.
And then the girl's like, I gotta get the fuck out of this fucking loser.
Yeah, bro. That is.
It's not our fault, okay? It's a fucking dick. It does what it wants.
Getting the condom. I feel like there was a joke about that on Seinfeld. I want to say.
Was there? Okay,
I feel a good joke.
I feel assurance in the fact that I'm not the only one because I definitely always felt like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's tough because your dick's like,
killer.
Really, you gonna get the fucking condom on me again? Fuck you, then. I'm not even gonna be hard. It's like a But you're like, I'm doing what's best for you. Like it's your fucking kid. Like you hate me, but I'm doing this to protect you.
It's like trying to put a fucking little doggy rain boot on a fucking dog. I don't want this.
They don't want that. They just want to fucking bite themselves until they bleed, which is probably what's going to happen to your penis if you don't wear a condom.
Yeah, it's possible. Definitely.
Should we wrap it up and get to the gym or what?
I think we should talk about Sunday a little bit.
Sunday
went kind of hard.
Sunday went hard. Sunday's been going extremely hard. So this Sunday I didn't feel like was as insane. You were pretty lit by the time you got to Bottle. So for you,
yeah, I heard stories about you last Sunday, and I got a little jealous.
You had to catch up,
and I said I need to fucking put some work in here.
You did put some work in, that's for sure. I was only there for like the first couple hours of the set because usually by fucking 10 o'clock I'm so exhausted and wasted that if I don't have performance enhancing things like Red Bull to keep me going, I usually call it an evening.
Yeah, that's a good way to gauge it out.
I mean, that's usually what happens. Otherwise, I'm up till fucking 2 a.m. fucking, and then somehow I'm drunk in heart, like just standing behind.
Drunk in hard?
No, drunk at heart.
Drunk at heart.
Heart, the nightclub. And I'm like standing there, and like the booth is set up like they have like the fucking like little velvet rope outside the booth, and like I'm like wasted, so like. But I'm not like an asshole, like to where like I'm wasted, so I'm like, oh, I can walk up in this DJ booth because I'm a DJ. But normally I would do that. Actually, if I was sober, I probably would. But I'm drunk, so I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go in there. I'm just going to stand by this rope. Yeah. And then I'm like standing by this rope, and everybody's like having fun in the section behind me. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to stand here awkwardly. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I'm way too drunk to be here. And then like, Fawn still doesn't even notice I'm standing there, so I just like leave. That's like, I mean, that's usually what happens to me on a Sunday. I go in there for about 5 minutes, and that's what happens. And that's like the last memory of the evening before I end up hearing my girlfriend pick me up, and I throw up in the car or something.
Did you throw up in the car?
No, I don't throw up in the car, but I do
out the window?
verbally vomit. She'll be like, "You were like talking about something, and it didn't make any sense." I'll be like, "Really? That's crazy.
Really?
What did I say?" Like, because I could tell you whatever I said was not true. She's like, "No, you said you love me." I'm like, "Oh, it was true."
Yeah, you're a sweet guy.
I'm a sweetie pie. I'm a girl dad now. Things have changed. Let me tell you, being a girl dad very different than being a boy dad.
And it's been like a week, not even.
Well, the first sign is when you change a diaper.
Yeah.
It's very awkward. It's your own child, so obviously it's not like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
But like, you're just like, oh, I don't want to see your vagina. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you had to change like your mother's diaper. You're not gonna like feel some kind of way because it's a vagina, but you don't want to see your mom's vagina.
Yeah.
I don't want to see my daughter's vagina. I know that it's something I have to do as a parent, but it's not something I look forward to doing.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the poop or the pee. Like I said, it's more about like the wiping the area. I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, sweetie, can you please do this? I'll like feed her. I'll fucking like.
I feel like
do her laundry.
What really makes you a girl dad, though.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I'm only a weekend, so I haven't got past that part. I mean, when I talk to like Ebonics is a girl dad, and he like talks about the changes like that, and I think Johnny J is a girl dad. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm sure it's gonna leave in time, but I'm going from fucking, you know what I'm saying, like my entire life, a vagina is a very magical thing, to being like, I don't know, I don't even want to watch porn. Like I'm like, if I see a vagina, am I gonna think about like?
I think that's part of it. Truthfully, I think that's part of it, because you're like. You now have a little bit more respect, I feel.
Yeah,
like,
well, I'm going to be honest.
And that's probably...
I had my daughter on Tuesday, and at Thursday night, I was DJing in a strip club, and a lot of things were going through my mind about, like, God, like, all these girls had dads at one point in time. Well, maybe some of them didn't, but probably more than likely most of them didn't, but that made me feel I really got to be there for my daughter. I mean, not that like I even knock strippers, but I wouldn't want my daughter to be a stripper.
I mean, yeah, Rock City, he told us that it's true, right? Remember when Rock said that Chris Rock line that he was like,
your one goal in life is to keep a stripper off keep your daughter off the pole.
Yeah, he was.
That's
like,
it.
That's true. Like,
that's
that
it.
Is if you have a daughter,
like the thoughts of like
true.
My daughter one day finding a husband and stuff like that don't bother me that much. Because I think about it, I'm like, one day she's gonna have her own family, and some dads are like, fuck that, nobody's good enough for my daughter. I'm gonna fucking show my gun. Like, I don't feel that. If he's a scumbag, I'm gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? But if he's just a normal nice guy, like I don't oppose her to dating one day. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't terrify me. What does terrify me is her like becoming a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like more or less, I sound like a fucking bitch saying this after all my stripper stories. But like I'm like as a girl dad, like my thoughts are like I want her to respect herself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now obviously there is no yin without yang, so I don't think all women need to fucking be that. But I want my own daughter to be that person. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta have fun, so there still has to be party girls out there. But I don't want my daughter being one of them.
Yeah, you want your daughter to be studious.
I don't even know what that means, but yes,
scholarly.
I don't know that that's a real word, but we'll send her off to school. Yeah, for sure.
Scholastically inclined. Yeah. These are the
Shut the fuck up. Scholastic Book Fair is the only thing I'm gonna be hearing about, and it's so far away. Even though the time goes by quick, like I'm like, fucking. By the time she's old enough to drink, I'll be fucking. You'll almost like, 60.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm 36 plus 21. I'll be 57 years old. That's why when you're like, bro, you're wild. I'm like, motherfucker, if I'm ever going to have kids again, if I don't do it now, I'm going to fucking need a walker to take them to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live a pretty fast life. I know. I hope to God that I'm here to see 100. But if I'm not, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, I was talking to Kevo at the wedding, and he was talking to me about living until being like 130.
That's a facade. I mean,
no, like he was like, he genuinely thinks by the time we get to like 70, 80, there's going to be the technology to keep people alive until they're like 130, like no problem.
We already have the technology. Look, we can farm organs. Like through stem cells, they can make you can artificially create organs.
Yeah.
But again, like we said before, like we said about the DJ trying to convince people to fucking use Sonos to rock their club, no one wants to give up their job. There's a lot of money in death. And there's also a problem. You can't, if everyone was alive till they were 130, population control would be fucked. So if you believe that there's a possibility that the government could want population control, which if you don't, you're fucking retarded because it's just numbers. It's fucking. It doesn't take a genius or a fucking government econ specialist.
Tinfoil hat on right now.
I'm just saying.
Did you?
It doesn't take
your tinfoil hat.
It doesn't take an econ specialist to see that it's not in the world's best interest for us to live to be 130. But I'm not necessarily saying they're going to be out here killing us, but I don't think they're going to encourage that.
But I also don't think that you can really regulate that because just look at as time has progressed.
They regulate stem cell research. It's regulated because they say it's unethical.
But we are just
there's medical ethics.
As time is moving forward, we are living longer. That's just like what's happening as we go. Well, so
no, I don't believe so. I believe it's going the other way. I believe it's going. Well, okay. This is where it gets a little dicey. If you believe in the Bible and Bible as a historical document, okay, not even about Jesus turned water to wine, but let's just talk about as a historical document, okay, which you have to because at the time that was how they kept historical documents. You know what I'm saying? There was no World Health Organization documenting these things. It was documented through the Bible or through other books.
Wait, are you
Quran,
saying that the
things
Bible
like that.
has medical relevance right now?
Well, I'm just saying, in the Bible, it talks about, especially in the Old Testament, it talks about people living to be 130, 140 years old.
No.
I'm telling you. That's like I think Moses.
But I can't believe that. I can't.
Which there's two sides to it. Okay, so one side, yes. All right. Without any medical technology or like, you know, obviously infantile death rates were way higher because, you know what I'm saying, like we didn't know what we know now. You know what I'm saying? So like you couldn't see cancer coming to kill it before it came. But what if cancer is caused by something that humans created and it wasn't around back then? Well, then we could live longer.
This is true. This kind of goes back to what this book was about, what I was talking about with the orthodontist shit.
You see how it all goes full circle? The Strategy of DOLO show is pretty much like a Quentin Tarantino movie. You can bet on that.
I mean, there could be some relevance there. You could be right because I think And from personal experience that I have had with myself, I think that a lot of this shit is true, that we are fucking ourselves up with too much innovation.
Absolutely. Look at fucking technology of gas burning vehicles or oil burning fucking factories or coal burning factories even that we still use. Like we fucking destroyed the
I'm just
atmosphere.
talking about for me personally on a like physical level of health. Is like we are focused on a lot of the wrong things, like, you know, medicines that just cure symptoms, not the actual problem. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of
let's talk about it.
There's a lot of things
let's
that
talk
have
about
been lost
boner pills
over the years.
Let's talk about boner pills. Let's talk about using boner pills as a Band-Aid for the real problem, which no one wants to talk about, is fucking porn.
Porn addiction.
100%. Nobody, like, think about it. Never in history, right, was it so easy to fucking watch porn. When I was a young lad, you know, 18, so what was that, like 2003? I remember owning a VHS porn that was, because back then, you know, you couldn't fucking watch porn videos online.
How old were you?
I was like 18, 17, 18,
okay,
17, 18.
So you had a little porn stash.
I had a little porn stash. It was a porn video that my buddy gave me, and it was like, I don't know if he gave it to me or left it at my house, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, you cleaned it off.
I used it a couple of times. It was a terrible porn. I mean, it was like a fucking old lady with like big, fake, nasty tits, but like, and the guy she was fucking looked like the Mexican guy from Chips. Like, it was fucking gross. But it was sex. And it was accessible, and it had movement, and which you didn't get on the online. Online, you had to fucking wait for the thumbnail to buffer, and then fucking you get a picture eventually, and then hopefully it didn't have a penis below the waist, and you didn't get trolled. But on a VHS tape, there was that. So anyways, I watched that same porn for fucking years because that's all I had, right? And I probably watched it on a TV similar to this one here in the corner.
Yeah.
That had like a VHS in the bottom of it, for sure. But now it's like you can watch any fucking thing your brain can imagine, and your brain can imagine some pretty fucked up shit. So it's a very dangerous place for mental health right now, as far as porn addiction goes. And as much as I love porn, believe me, the kid loves porn. I know it's not in my best interest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now you have a daughter too, so that's kind of helping you with that. I feel like it's all coming together.
But it's time, man. It's time. I couldn't wait any longer. I might pop another one here this year. We'll see what happens.
You telling that story about watching that porn reminded me of when my mom took my brother's porn from him. She found.
Did you get it from her?
VHS.
Or wait, how old were you at the time? Because you're younger than me a little bit.
Yeah. I probably had to be like 12, 13, maybe, somewhere around there. So it was
probably around the same time, 2003?
Yeah, probably. Okay. And my mom confiscated my brother's porn. Didn't throw it out, though. I don't know why she...
your mom was like, score. She's like, I could never go into those stores.
I've never really speculated on why she kept it, but she didn't toss it. We'll just say that. And I knew where she hid it.
Wait, so she kept it? So there was one piece of porn circulating between your brother, your mother, and yourself? What a fucking inception of porn in this house. You guys all busted to the same porn. That's...
Yo! Holy
that's
shit,
fucked.
That's fucked.
Wait, was it a good one or no?
I mean, it was good because that's it. There's no such thing as good or bad porn. When you find porn at a time like that, it's the most glorious thing you could set your eyes upon.
For sure. I mean, think about it. Before that, I can remember, like, as a kid, like, older people had, like, stacks of Playboys on their toilet. You know what I'm saying? Why were they there? Oh, they needed something to read while they're shitting. No, they're spanking it on the toilet. And they fucking flushed the sperm down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought about that as a kid. I was just like, why do old people all have these fucking books with naked girls in them? I don't get it. And then until I saw one at like 12, and I was like, and I remember I saw it at a fucking bookstore at a, what are those, Walden Books, I think it was, or something
Borders?
Like that. I don't think it was. I don't even know if they had Borders at this time. But anyways, I remember it was like a catalog, like a Playboy catalog, and I just remember the girl had the biggest fucking bush, and I was just like, God, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I need one.
Something
I need one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Fired some shit up.
Dude, and ever since then, it's been a fucking rap for me. So I blame that bookstore.
Now imagine being like fucking 7 years old with an iPhone and you're just seeing like girls double dildo their assholes
with a fucking midget referee on top of them holding 2 flaming torches. Like,
you're
what?
Like, your world is all coming down.
No wonder all these fucking kids are transsexuals. This fucking, it's Pornhub's fault. And now it all makes sense. We just fucking cracked the code. I never understood what was going on in this generation. It makes sense now.
Yeah, it's early porn, fucking viewings.
But now that we have a communist regime taking over, they'll probably get rid of porn, which could be a good thing. If you got to look at the silver lining.
Yeah, I feel like this is how it happens, right? It's like this thing, porn, has gotten out of control and it's fucking us up, obviously. And then instead of being like, oh, let's like look into this and do actual research about it, talk about it, figure out what's going on, it's like, just ban it. It's bad. It's bad. It's obviously bad. Ban it. Get rid of it forever. And that's not really what you should be doing, because now you just created a whole underground porn black market, and it's just like drugs. Like you're just gonna. There's no way people are going to stop doing porn. It's just now going to be an illegal thing. And it's a whole new thing, and it's a new problem. And it's like, you don't ban the shit. It don't ban words. Don't ban. It's not about censorship and all that. Just
raise your children. Don't let them fucking wander the internet by themselves.
Yeah, that's
a scary place. And don't let them stumble upon this show, because that can't be good either.
That can't be good for anybody.
Is that about it? I think we're good.
I mean, the fact that me, my brother, and my mother all
wanked it to the same porn,
touched ourselves, allegedly, to the same video.
Now you got a good topic for when you guys all meet for dinner this weekend.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, do you guys remember when we all used to masturbate to the same porn? Talk about family.
Holy shit, bro. My mom's husband would fucking freak out. He might have an aneurysm on the spot.
They might have been watching it together. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
No, he wasn't in the picture at that point.
Oh, well then now you know why she kept it. The poor old lady, she needed something to get it through. I don't mean to call her old. Sorry, Jan.
She's old.
We're all on our way.
Yeah, it's fucking wild out here. Is that it? Should we wrap it?
I think that's good. I think it's been a good 2 hours.
It's been an hour and 20 minutes, but, we got something. I think it's been fantastic. I don't even know what we talked about, but I know that we talked. I just love podcasting, because I feel like I'm not a good talker. And that's like a fact. Like, I'm bad with communicating. You can ask my ex-girlfriend, and she will corroborate.
Cooperate?
Is that a word?
Collect. She's not going to argue.
Words out here.
She's not going to argue.
Books now. I'm doing
You're reading a book now. I mean, you referenced it in the show today. I saw it sitting on the table. I didn't know if it was yours or a girl left it here.
Really, though? Here's the thing. This is how retarded I am. At the age of 31, I have trouble reading, right? Which is not a surprise, because I didn't do a lot of it. I mean, I'm not like illiterate. No. I feel like I'm not reading as well as I should.
Your reading comprehension is a little off, maybe? Because that's when I read, that's my problem. I have to reread a paragraph sometimes because I forget what I just read.
Yes, because I'm having a very hard time focusing on what I'm reading. I'm thinking about other things, and it's distracting me from the actual words on the page, which has been my problem with reading my whole life. That's why I always hated it. I just never did it. But I'm reading out loud to myself, and I feel like that helps and also makes it so much easier to talk. Like I'll do it and then I feel like it warms me up for like a podcast or something like this. Okay. You know what I mean? And it's helping. But what I really want,
the vocal cords a little bit.
It relaxes the vocal cords. It just gets me going. What I really wanted to say is, legit, every like 10 to 13th word in that book, I don't know what it means, which is, I'm able to piece it together if you just keep going.
But this is how people become more intelligent, by reading. That's why I say read a fucking book, because well, a couple things. Your brain gets working, you know what I'm saying? Because you're reading. I read memes, I'm somewhat of a reader myself.
Is this a normal struggle? Like that's what learning is? Is that what that is? Is that what I skipped out on for so long?
Learning, is this you? Like
learning, is this you?
Like I feel the same. I've never read okay, so up until like 2 years ago, I had never read a book in my entire life. Not like a full book. Even when we were in school, I never finished. I always just cheated through the test. I never read a book in my whole life.
In school, you always cheat. I just feel like that's just like a normal. I feel like that's normal. Is that not normal? Do some people like
there has to be someone that we cheat off of. So those people are probably not normal. But for the rest of us, retards, yes. And then when I read that book, it definitely wasn't as intellectual as this. It was Monster Cody's autobiographic of a gangster, but nonetheless, when I was done reading the book, I felt accomplished, and I felt like I took something from it. I felt like because when you write a book, you know what I'm saying, you're not writing it the way you speak. You're writing it, and then an editor looks at it and cleans it up. So when you're reading it, you're reading how like a perfect
a perfect
it's
hard to not stumble.
So the more you read that, the more you speak like that, the more you are able to intelligently articulate your words. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah, I find myself filling in, like I'll fill in a word that I think it's going to be. I'm not actually reading the word that's in front of me.
That's probably not helping her.
You're
just ad-libbing words.
Yeah, I'm like freestyling my own shit.
I don't know what that means. We'll just say cat.
No, but like even if it's a word that I know what it means, it'll be like I'm reading it in the way that I talk, I think. So like I think it's going to be this because that's what I would say, but it's a different word. And
you might want to get out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
If you want to learn, you might want to get out of that.
I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. I have to go back and.
But I see what you're saying. It's not.
Do you not do that? Is that not normal?
No, I also don't read out loud because I get like when I read out loud, it's like unapologetically. No, it's not that bad. But I do get tripped up.
Sound it out when you see
now when I say it in my head, it's a lot easier because you don't have to like speak it. You know what I'm saying? Your tongue doesn't have to move. Your brain just processes it. I don't know. I can read a lot faster in my brain, so I read it myself in my mind.
I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, we can't even read, but we're out here talking about fucking.
Don't listen. Listen to us, but take it with a grain of salt because we're fucking retards.
But I love it. I fucking love it. This is how you fucking get shit done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just fucking go for it.
I
don't know what the fuck we're doing here. But you turn the camera on and you just fucking start talking. It's fantastic.
Somebody understands us.
It's like I feel like it's therapy almost. Like that's what therapy is, right? You're just talking. You're just like
this is a cheap therapy.
You have like a lady that tells you to like go into a certain space where you don't want it there. You like avoid going. And
we went there today. We talked about your mother's masturbation. We talked about my child's vagina. I mean, it's been a pretty crazy.
Here's what I want to do. I want to get like a therapist to like analyze an episode, like watch an episode and then get back to us with notes. And
I feel like there'd just be too much. They'd be like, listen, you guys really shouldn't be showing this online. No one should ever see this.
My son is on the internet, and I don't want this on the internet.
Yeah, don't ever do this again.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Let's hit the gym.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Drop a comment if you have anything to say about any maybe science that we got wrong during the episode.
I'm sure they have something to say about the science.
I'm sure there was a few things that maybe didn't come across the way that we thought. And if we're learning,
drop a comment and let us know what the fuck we fucked up on.
That's what I'm saying. This is
we're not over
we want
learning.
Conversation. I want to know better what I'm speaking on. I think that other people will be able to help with that.
Does anybody else do key bumps with these?
If you snorted that, you would die on TV, and Jesse Seeley would not be the only person who died on this show.
I can't steal his fame like that.
All right. Drop a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Peace.